Another season in the books. We are talking girls lacrosse, and what a season it was as everyone raised their level of play from the year before. Hi everyone, I'm Charlie Carnaccio along with Rich Tomaselli to bring you the Hudson Valley Sports Report Dream Team Girls Lacrosse Team for 2016.
And it is an amazing team, and we had some amazing performances both collectively as teams, individually with high scores like Sierra Baroud from Red Hook, and we had some breakthroughs in terms of historic championships like Millbrook.
Yeah, and take a look at Millbrook and what they've been doing thanks to their coach and the players and the commitment, and a lot of the commitment of the feeder programs that are in the area that have really taken this seriously and have fed into the high schools, and we're seeing the fruits of that labor.
And you can see a lot of that too with a program like Mayapack. You know, you go back to last year, we had Kim Harker in here as our Player of the Year, went on to arguably one of the best, if not the best, collegiate program at Northwestern. They lose her, which was their all-time leading scorer, and they lost their all-time leading assist person, and they come back this year and they win the league again by going undefeated. I mean, that's testament to what Jim Lieto down there has been able to create.
Yeah, so we had so many great players to choose from to make this dream team. We cover 31 schools. It was a little difficult for us to do, but the significance of this whole thing is the fact that we cover 31 schools, and so while there are other all-stars out there, and they're all, they deserve everything that they get, when you make the dream team, and I'm not just saying it because it's ours, it's because we cover 31 schools, so we've got a huge footprint.
To choose from, sure.
Yeah, so we had a tough time trying to choose this one, but here they are, in no particular order. Hudson Valley Sports Report Dream Team for 2016 Girls Lacrosse. Take a look.
The Hudson Valley Sports Report Dream Team players for girls lacrosse are: at attack, Sierra Baroud, Logan Brennan, Grace Gavis, Sam Salzwick, Danielle DiLorenzo, Danielle Petty. At midfielders, Lauren Kraft, Liz Halpin, Jessica Lasapanera, Abby Carlin, Kat Gallery, Allie Corinne, Caitlin Daly, Chelsea Hinkie, Cyr Esposito, Kaylin Barrett. At defense, Kelly Waters, Olivia Prizzi, Alyssa Kirby, Stephanie Wagner, Katie Seminetz, Alyssa Cornell. And at goalie, Shannon Barker, Claire Martel.
What an impressive roster that is for girls lacrosse. So we still had to try and figure out, of all of those players, which player would be our Player of the Year. And we picked 3 as runner-ups. Here we go.
The runner-ups for girls lacrosse Player of the Year are Liz Halpin, Sierra Baroud, and Marin Lowell. And the 2016 Hudson Valley Sports Report Dream Team Player of the Year is Marin Lowell.
And congratulations to Arlington's Marin Lowell. She is our Hudson Valley Sports Report Dream Team Player of the Year, and she's sitting with Rich Tomaselli right now.
All right, thank you, Charlie. I am with Marin Lowell from Arlington High School. She is our HVSR Girls Lacrosse Dream Team Player of the Year, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. Let's talk about the season. No, let's talk about your career. 500 plus saves.
Yeah.
How does one make 500 plus saves over the course of 4 or 5 years?
I guess I just watch the ball and try to not let it go in the goal.
Well, there's got to be a little bit more to it than that. So let's talk about, clearly you were destined to be a goalie, and you've done it so well. When did you first get into lacrosse, and how did you decide, listen, I'm going to be in the cage? I mean, did you go to a goalie coach? How long have you played youth, prior to high school? What was the maturation process that led up to that?
Well, in 3rd grade, I started to play lacrosse. And about 2 years later, I started to play goalie. My dad was my coach, and he needed a goalie for his team, so he was like, well, you could be the goalie. And I was like,
Did you have a choice?
Sure. Not really. But, once I got into it, I realized, that's what I wanted to do. And he used to make me lie on the ground with my helmet on and just throw balls in my head until I stopped flinching.
Okay, well, that's pretty interesting way to go about it.
Yeah.
But you fell in love with it, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay. What do you think makes a great goalie? What makes you so great? I mean, what do you constantly work on during the course of the season, and even prior to the season?
I always try to make sure that I'm fixing my mistakes and that I'm stepping to the ball correctly, and that every time I do make a mistake that I reenact that and do what I need to do, what would have made a save. And I try to do that throughout the season. I do a lot of practice on my own in my garage, and I do a lot of footwork and just watching the ball, because that's 2 of the most important things.
One of the things that fascinates me about you is that, and Coach Schmidt had talked about it as well, is that kind of field vision with so many people running around and so many people in front of the cage. How do you pay attention? How do you see all this happening in front of you?
Well, as a goalie, you don't just watch the ball. You don't really have to worry that much about anything else. So I just try to focus on wherever the ball is. That's where I'm looking. And throughout the entire game, I'm just tracking the ball and seeing where it is. Because if I lose track of it for 1 second, lacrosse is such a fast sport, it could just end up right in front of me again.
Right. Talk about a little bit about Arlington's past 2 years. Some back-to-back terrific seasons, especially for you, but for the team as well. You tied for a league championship last year. You finished second to Mayapack this year. You had kind of a front row view these last 4 or 5 years to see all this happen.
Yeah. So each year we keep getting better and better. And even though we lost a lot of people this year, because we graduated 8 or 7 seniors last year, we still kept at it and stuff, and we just work really hard every day at practice, and I can just see our team getting better from when I was a freshman till now.
Right.
Yeah, so I've noticed each year everyone has had more experience. Everyone cares more each year about it, so that's we have a better mindset every year we go into it.
All right, and you had a pretty good defense in front of you.
We did. This year was one of the best defense.
So finally, talk about next level. Where are we headed here?
I'm going to play lacrosse at Temple University in Philadelphia.
Yep.
I'm going to be playing goalie there, obviously.
Yeah, well, that's a great school, Division I school.
Yeah.
So, well, you're perfectly suited for it.
Thank you.
Perfectly talented for it. That's Marin L, our Player of the Year, Dream Team Girls Lacrosse.